Big Ben. Fish and chips. The Great Plague of 1665. Australia, the United Kingdom, has given the world many unique and terrible treasures. None more beloved than the incredible Wallace and Gromit animated program. Wallace and Gromit animated program. Wallace and Gromit. Hold on, it should have gone.
Wallace!
That is correct, Wallace Alarm. I did say the word Wallace.
Wallace!
Jeez, dude. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but please do not interrupt me. I apologize on behalf of the Wallace Alarm. This unprofessional behavior will not happen again. Created in Melbourne, London, Australia, Europe. This entertaining duo has been delighting the public for over 35 years since their creation. But even after all those years, what do we really know about the man called Wallace? As you may have guessed, I have some theories.
Wallace!
Theories. Very good job, Wallace Alarm. Although it may seem that Gromit is the more obvious choice for a mysterious character given his lack of audible speech, Wallace is human, and to know a human is to know ourselves. Therefore, I believe there are many layers to be peeled back from this bloody onion. In fact, in a recent turn of events, I have come to believe Wallace theory number 1. Wallace is Gromit. I know what you were thinking. Reed, you just said Wallace is a human like me and Gromit is a funny animated dog. These two things are not the same. I agree. However, we cannot ignore some seemingly prominent similarities. Circle eyes, big ears, a nose, seemingly evolved bipedalism. Wallace and Gromit have more in common than you would anticipate. And how is that dog riding a scooter anyways? Who taught him to do that? I certainly did not. I understand that this scenario is very scary to imagine, and it is very scary. Thankfully, I have devised a foolproof testing mechanism. I call it the room test. Simply put, if Wallace and Gromit appear in the same room at any time within any of their specials, we can determine that Wallace and Gromit are not in fact the same person, such as a man wearing a dog costume or a dog wearing a man costume, but more likely the first thing. As an example, here is a detailed artist rendering of such a scenario. As you can see, Wallace and Gromit appear in the same room, demonstrated by the same couch and a door to a different room which neither of them are in. There is also a smiling pig. How cute. Back to our question. If the answer is yes, then this theory is disproven, and I will be the laughingstock of my community. If it is a no, then I am to be addressed as a god or genius and granted moderator status on the Wallace and Gromit official fandom page. That sounds like a fun gamble. Without further ado, let's begin. Yes. Yeah, they do. Oh, man. That concludes this episode of Wallace Theories. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a wonderful evening. And as always, enjoy your cheese. How do I turn it off? Hey, how do I turn off the microphone? Tyler, how do I turn it off?
Wallace!